next 3 quarters as well.
He gives them a double-digit lead. That's 7 points for Leonard.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Smith missing again.
I like that, trying to respond to that last three-pointer, but he couldn't get it to go.
Outside Leonard. And Jones pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 12. And there's the pass to Mozgov. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. To stop the run. And James with the basket on the assist by Jones. LeBron's got 5 now.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Parker, here we go. Splitter inside. Mozgov on him. Splitter misses. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, J.R. Smith, a guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Iman Shumpert has come in for Jones. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Baines. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Stolen by Thompson. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And the layup's good off the glass.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
Yeah, you got to love the energy they're bringing. As soon as they got their hands on the ball, everybody got out and ran.
And J.R. Smith closing in on 30 years of age. He's been fined almost $1 million over the course of his NBA career.
You know, playing in China, he was fined over $1 million in a single season. How do you do that? One night he ordered $3,000 worth of room service on the team dime just to see if they keep coming. Come on. You're just thinking about it.
Some of that food. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Well, you know what? He could have fouled that up going for the big slam. I thought that was a nice job just taking the layup.
Ginobili outside with 1 on the clock. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. The first quarter concludes.
Next Sunday, April 5th.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs. Mills at point with Bellinelli for the backcourt. Aaron Baines out there with Boris Diaw. And it's Ginobili in at the small forward position. Here's Dellavedova after the made shot from Manu Ginobili.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. A floater, and he gets it to go. Ginobili's got 9.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Got a piece of it. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it? Oh,
Yep, reminds me a lot of myself in my younger days too, guys. Oh, wait, maybe not.
Baines.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
San Antonio shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championships.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. James Jones comes in for Shumpert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And he gets it to go. And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season. And now a look at Kyrie Irving here. This is the kind of play they love to see from him when he's just controlling things out there. 8th in scoring, 14th in three-point field goal percentage. And defensively, he's been really good. He ranks in the top 20 in the league in steals.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score.
Shot clock at 6. Diaw down low. Covered by Irving. Diaw can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 11. It's deflected. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play. He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Here's Mills, covered by Irving. And he gets it to go. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Irving kicks to Jones. Irving drives in. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
San Antonio leading by 11. And Parker, here we go. Splitter passes to Parker. Kicks to Splitter. Takes the 13-footer. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
And in that matchup, it was a very close game, but it boiled down to foul trouble. And I thought that was the key because a lot of those starters had to go to the bench.
Duncan can't hit. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Shumpert slams it in.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
And to go back to the point Steve just made, how many times have we seen Clark close games come down to the foul situation?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, that's what that one came down to. If they didn't cause that foul trouble, I think it would have turned out differently.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for James Jones. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Ginobili's checked in. So it's the Cavaliers now, following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Irving for 3. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And that one's good. Parker.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
Parker outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. lobs it up and slam dunk by Shumpert.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Parker drives in. There's Green with the three. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Spurs out in front, up by 10. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Coach Popovich, a strong first half for you. Was the up-tempo pace part of the game plan?
Well, we've upped the pace. It's what we need to do because we're not as good a defensive team as we used to be, so something's got to give somewhere.
Pop, thanks for the time, guys.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. They've got Jones. J.R. Smith out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Mozgov. And it's James in at the 4. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
Shot clock at 6. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Good defensive instincts on display there.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. Popovich back in the 70s toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed Forces team. He speaks Serbian and Russian.
Yeah, you know, no surprise that, Kevin, given his experience abroad, that he helped make the Spurs real trendsetters as far as international scouting.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they tried to get that second gold medal. But